Hey guys, welcome to Nuance. I'm Ian, and we are back with more Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And last episode, we dealt with Medusa, which, I mean, you know, had happened quickly. I don't remember if she comes back, like, because kind of not kind of spoilers for like the second series. I think there's a mention of her of like, you know, them being upset because, well, partially upset because they because Percy killed their sister. I don't remember. Anyway, regardless, you know, Percy sent her head to Olympus. Hermes, of course, brought it and was like, you guys aren't going to believe this. I wish we could see the reactions to it because I think it'd be hilarious, especially Zeus. Well, I also think Poseidon might be a little amused by it, perhaps. And I would like to see Apollo's reaction to that. Fun and pretty funny about it. I don't know who all. I mean, we've already kind of seen. We've already heard like the news of who's casted. Like we know Ares. I don't remember. Did they show Hades? Like who they cast as him? I don't remember. But we know Hephaestus, Zeus, Poseidon, Ares, Hermes. I don't recall hearing any news about any of the goddesses, like Athena. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like we're kind of working on, you know, we've made headway at the very least of like making more of a connection with the group. At least between Annabeth and Percy, they're having their struggle as you know we knew they would. Grover did a great job of just like, hey guys, knock it off, get your head out of your butts. You know, if we don't like cooperate together, we're gonna die. Percy also, again, I don't recall him telling them so early, but telling them about the part of the prophecy where someone you'll be betrayed by someone you call a friend, or who calls you friend, but you know, and you know, failed to say what matters most in the end. What matters most in the end. So he told them that pretty early. I don't think he did in the book, but I like the changes that they're making actually. Like with Annabeth kind of catching on because it makes sense. Although like in the book, I think there was like some kind of enchantment going on that you know was kind of clouding their judgment. But I do kind of like before they really get into like the presence of Medusa, she's able to like wait a minute, you know, NTM statues, Medusa. I'm rambling. I am wondering if because I mean we've dealt with Medusa now, and then there's a couple things between us and the end. But some spoilers for those that haven't read the book. You know, we got to deal with Ares. We got to deal with Ares' thing with Hephaestus, or like you know the Hephaestus trap. And I know we're gonna be getting that, and which I'm happy that they're including that because it's a very fun and funny situation. And the Lotus Casino. You know, I'm assuming that's obviously gonna be till later. I'm thinking that Ares thing is what we're gonna be dealing with Ares next. No, I forgot. I'm so sorry. There's the Chimera thing, so that's probably what we're gonna be dealing. Oh, I'm so excited. That's what I was upset. Another thing I was upset with about in the movie. Okay, no more movie. Chimera.
You can't ship Medusa's head to Olympus.
Why not?
Because the gods won't like it?
Wait, oh, do we get to see? That'd be cool. Is this Poseidon, like a show with Poseidon? No, because he was a baby when he left.
You know I wouldn't ask you to do this if it wasn't safe, right?
I'm glad we get
Percy, it could be dangerous for you if you don't know how to do this. One day, it could be really, really important, and I may not be there to help you when that happens, so I need to make sure you can do it.
Breathe. What? Just breathe, Mommy. That's what you always tell me to do.
I do like that they're showing more of her, though. Just, again, because we didn't get much of her. Oh, he's dreaming again.
Mom?
And back to Kronos. Oh. God.
A forbidden child attracts attention. A forbidden hero, well, they attract doom. She is coming.
Oh, God. Is this echidna he's talking
Hey,
about?
you asleep? Gotta burn an offering to get a parent's attention. Gotta beat up on Clarice just to get my father to admit he's my father. It isn't supposed to work that way.
My father cared for me. He loved me. Then he met a woman. They had their own kids. And to her, I wasn't a gift. I was a problem. So I left. It isn't the gods who think that way. It's everybody. But at least with the gods, you know the rules. Show them respect and they'll be in your corner no matter what.
That's not true.
You awake?
I am now, thanks.
Are you okay?
He's super grouchy when he doesn't get enough sleep.
He's super grouchy when he doesn't get enough. Yeah.
Wow.
He'd never been on a road with him before.
Hey. Look at that. Are those...
Centaurs.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
There used to be herds of them everywhere.
What happened to them?
Nature.
Humans.
Yeah. I mean,
A few
you know,
thousand
the
years
effect
ago,
on
the
nature.
god of the wild, Pan, disappeared. And ever since, without Pan to protect the natural world, humans have been trying really hard to chip away at it.
You are in cabin 17B.
You want to explain?
Wait, you think we did this?
Did you?
I mean, how? And why?
Sir, when we left to get breakfast, everything was intact. We don't know how this happened.
We got a witness here, says she heard the window smash and then heard children's voices.
Oh, come on.
Either way, we aren't spending the day answering questions in the St. Louis police station. We need to get out of this before we get delayed.
Do you mind if I sit?
Yes.
Ah. You poor dears. Your parents aren't here, are they?
Yeah.
Isn't that right,
that's
Precious?
her.
There are some things I need you to understand.
You have something on your jacket. Looks like
Glass.
glass. No one smashed out the windows from inside our cabin.
This isn't your fault. But sadly, you're going to have to bear the burden of your parents' mistakes today.
Listen, lady. I don't know who you are, but I think I know what you are. We've run across a few monsters like you, and we've sent them all packing.
Monsters like me. Well,
Speaking of,
of
they're my
course
children.
they're like me.
Oh, God.
They were my children.
Children?
Hi,
What does
echidna.
that mean?
The mother of monsters.
Echidna.
Oh, God.
You will be her prey.
Take a
Are you
rain
afraid
check on
yet?
that.
It's all right. Fear's natural. It's also essential to the hunt. That's what a good mother does for her children. Not that you would know.
Oh, dare you.
You should run now.
Oh! Did you stab him?
Silly girl. You got ahead of yourself. We'll work on that.
Oh, boy.
Excuse me. This is how you show Athena your love. a monument to the power of perfection.
I like it was showing her like
It's a monument to
architecture
some other stuff too.
interest.
You're talking about what some humans want this place to be about. I'm talking about what it actually is.
Whatever. We're safe here, right?
No monsters can enter. Not even Echidna.
So, this is your mom's place? Wonder if she's around.
Be right down, just going to the potty.
Nice.
I have a gift.
I know you think it's all just in my head that I tell myself my mother cares because it's easier that way.
I didn't say that. Look, I've only been a demigod since last Saturday.
Well, not taking the
You
back.
shouldn't listen to me. Your thing with your mom, I get it. It's different. It works for you, but my father, I don't want anything from him. He's had his chances. Honestly, you've done more for me in the past few days than my father's done in my entire life. If I have to stick with someone,
Careful. I think you're about to call me a friend. Somewhere around here, the Oracle is laughing at us, but you know... Whoa! Percy!
Hey, what happened? I think those singer things were poisonous.
I have an idea. Come on, help me. Okay.
This looks weird. Hey, mind your business, okay?
The water cure back at camp.
Heat stroke.
It should work for poison too, right? Maybe it needs to be naturally running water for Poseidon to be able to heal him.
Uh-oh.
We need to get back inside.
No, we need to keep trying.
This isn't working, and she's coming.
She spoke to you. Electra did that with me back in the museum in New York. What did she say?
Is that the Chimera? How did the Chimera even get inside here? How did any monster get inside here?
Annabeth?
We're in a sanctuary. Athena would have had to let her in, but why would she do that?
Annabeth,
Oh no.
what did Echidna say to you?
I embarrassed my mother.
But I'm the one who sent the head to Olympus. I signed the note.
And I went along with it. It embarrassed her. Now she's angry. You and Percy, follow them down.
What? No, we're not splitting up.
Clover, come on.
No. We're all getting out of here together.
We won't make it. The Chimera is the demigod killer. Someone has to stay back to slow her down and buy everyone some time. Okay, go.
Wait.
She surrenders it.
Take this. Poseidon's never helped me before. He wasn't gonna start now.
Percy!
I would have never made it to Hades.
Percy? Percy, please!
But you can.
Jesus,
This
kid.
is the end, sweetheart. Don't fight it. You'll just make her angry.
God. Fire breath. Oh! That's cool, but God! Ah! You missed. What are you doing? Oh! Oh, Jesus, Percy! Go! God dang, kid. Oh, God. the tail next time. Cool. I hate that feeling. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh. Hello. That was cool. That's cool. I was like, that's not water. It's running water, but man. Thanks, Dad. Oh, he's stuck. Breathe, Percy.
Your father is here. He's always been here. It is so hard for him to stand back, to see you struggle. It is so hard for us all. But he's here, and he's so very proud. Just breathe.
Man, that's gotta feel so weird. Hope he hasn't tasted that water though, because man, that is not good water. Poor narrate's not in her territory yet. Oh no! What? Oh, I'm angry. I'm upset, man. That sucks. Oh god, that was such a cool way to do the freaking fire breathing. Like it's body composition, not composition, but like it's biology, I guess, like transforming to allow it, I guess. Ugh. Dang it. Alright. I'm so mad. That's the first time? I think that's the first time it's caught me off guard with it ending. It just felt so short. I mean, it is kind of short. It's like, what, 30 minutes? Not even 30 minutes. Man. Hey, it'll be well, I don't know if it'll be easier to edit because there's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of good stuff in this. But, you know, less to have to go through to cut down. So that'll make it a little bit quicker, hopefully, maybe, we'll see. Okay. It's like each episode is like my favorite. The following episode. Oh man. The Chimera thing was so good. And Echidna, really good job. The actors did a really good job of just like making you feel terrified. And she wasn't like she was being threatening, but she wasn't like talking like angrily or anything. She was, you know, that thing where they're like acting all sweet and just the tone, like the way, like you could feel the danger from her. It was so good. God, terrifying. I hated it so much. And I think I recognized the dude that was the conductor. Is that okay? Maybe not something too big for some people, but I mean, it'd be funny if it's the guy. Hold on, before I say anything. When did he come in? So I don't know if it's him. I don't remember when he comes in either. But in Smallville, there's this guy named Emil. That works with the group when they're like starting to do the whole basically superhero team thing. Alessandro Giuliani. I think I'm wrong. I think I'm just wrong. But it just kind of looked like him. But now that I'm looking at it now, it definitely doesn't really look like him now. Whatever. I don't want to like look at the Percy Jackson cast because I mean I know already some of the cast, but like, I kind of want to be surprised by other people in it. And sometimes in shows like this, they don't like narrow the cast down to like who's in just that specific episode. Narrate. It's like I always had issue freaking pronouncing that stupid. I don't know why. Is it narrate? Nearade? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, sorry. I'm so frustrated that it ended so quickly. It just, yeah, again, that one snuck up on me. That one really did sneak up on me. Wasn't expecting the end. And I'm really sad. Now I gotta wait another week. Man, I mean, I like that they don't release them all at once, but at the same time, I kind of wish they did, but I don't. You know, it's just, but anyway, such a great episode. God, I was really hoping that when they were showing the bit, like they were like in the recap, and it was going, like Annabeth was saying, you know, about not a good idea of sending the head, and then they were showing, and they were saying that, you know, the gods wouldn't be happy, and then they were showing Hermes looking the way he was looking, and then going. I was hoping that was kind of like them hinting that they were going to show us, but now I know it was just, you know, to showcase that. By the way, they didn't like that. Athena's being a prick, and it's just like, oh. So this was, you embarrassed me, so I'm going to let you die, daughter. Oh, man. The gods, man. No matter what god. I mean, I know Poseidon's showing, you know, they're showing him that he's trying to help Percy. And then they're saying that, you know, the gods, it always hurts for them to stand back. And I know that the gods aren't, it's like they have to be very limiting on how much they can, like how much effect or interaction they have with their offspring, because that'd be unfair for them not to visit others. But it's like they can do I think they can like be in more places at once, you know. But it's just like, you know, even though like, even the best gods, I mean, I don't know about Hestia still. We didn't see a whole lot of Hestia in the books. I mean, I don't know about the newest. I haven't read the newest Percy Jackson book yet. I'm going to, so I don't know if she shows up in that, but she didn't. I mean, for the most part, every god, even in their even like the good ones, the nicer ones, have, you know, their tantrums. And there are times where even when Poseidon almost kind of like, you know, he's like, Percy, be careful. Like he wasn't like warning him against somebody else, like, hey, don't talk to dudes like that, be careful, he'll do something. It was like he was saying something to him, I think, and he was starting to get upset. I don't remember exactly. I feel like that's something, but regardless, you know, and everything with Athena really pissed me off. It's just like, are you kidding me? You're really going to let your daughter die just because a little joke that it wasn't even her who sent it? And it's like freaking what Medusa was saying, you know, it was going back to that, just like, you know, she thought, you know, when she had cursed Medusa with, you know, her ability with the curse, it's like she thought I should be responsible, not him, not Poseidon. And it was just like, it kind of basically the same thing. It's like Percy's the one that sent, you know, not that I would want her to like send or allow Percy to die, but it's just the fact that because Percy did it and Annabeth allowed him to do it. It's just like, oh, you're, you know, I'm going to let you die now because of that. It's like, what? Oh, so frustrating. The gods are pieces of crap. But I like the showing, going back, like to the beginning, or to the beginning again, I guess. Like they're showcasing, I was kind of hoping they would, like they're showcasing more flashbacks with Percy and his mom. One, you know, because, you know, just to really give more to the character, to the actress, and like, you know, have her in more than just the first episode, and then presumably the last one, or the second last. I don't know how they're gonna do things, because I didn't think they were gonna end this episode with, you know, just finding out he can breathe underwater, and almost dying because of Echidna. Chimera. Well, yeah, Echidna, because she freaking blew the hole in the stupid structure. But yeah, and I liked, it was you know, kind of heartbreaking. She's like so worried about what's going to happen to Percy, you know, because he is a son of Poseidon. She knows that, and it's just like, you're gonna draw a lot of attention, and this is something you need to be able to do. Because this is gonna be your element. This is gonna be what's gonna basically do the best to keep you safe. I need you to know how to swim. And, you know, if he doesn't know about the powers, he might not like. Because I know some things, like, you know, there's this ability basically, like, you know, if he doesn't want to be wet, he won't be wet, but he can will himself to be wet. But I don't know. Like, he wouldn't think of, I don't want to be wet, or I don't want to drown, or I want to breathe underwater. You know, I mean, you'd want to think that, but you're like, I can't breathe underwater. You know, that's going to be in his head as a kid, especially, because he's not going to think like, I can do this. So, you know, she's trying to get him prepared, you know, early, still on the chance that she wouldn't be able to protect him at the age he is now. I like that they're showing that she's not just telling. I mean, the stories help because it's preparing him for, like, giving him knowledge of certain characters, certain creatures, and other myths, other beings that he might run into. But that she's also physically preparing him, like, you know, to be ready in his element. And to, you know, so give him like a chance and like in this thing that would give him like the best the best chances. I can't think of the word I wanted to say, but yeah, give him the best chances of survival. And then Kronos done freaking hijacked our dream again. His dream again, and it's just like, man, it's, I don't know what it is with that figure representing him is chilling. I don't like it. Like, I mean, in the books, it was just the voice. I don't think there was any kind of physical representation other than just like the voice he was hearing. And I think there was a visualization of the pit of Tartarus. But I don't know, that thing with just like the simple, like a cloaked figure, and they seem frail, and they have this lantern. It's just something about it is very ominous and threatening in a way. And I mean, like you know there's something behind it, I guess, like a power behind it, that a power you don't understand, and just I don't know, like that common phrase of like, people fear what they don't understand. Definitely don't. Like, there's so much new things he doesn't understand now because of this being brought into this world, and this thing that keeps contacting him, this dream he keeps having. I don't know if he knows that somebody's reaching out to him. Because Luke was just saying that, you know, that demigods, we have crazy dreams. We have, you know, intense dreams, nightmares. So I don't know if he knows that it's a real thing. But maybe we should talk to Annabeth about it. And I like that we have the moment where, like, there's more basically, like, I don't want, it's not exposition necessarily, because it wasn't, but just, like, you know, finding out more about the character, like the bits that was explained in the book. I don't remember when this bit was shared. I think it was kind of similar, where they were, like, camping, they were camping somewhere. Well, in this case, they were on the train. Like Percy being like, I don't understand how you guys, you know, think, or you know, like, how you can think like that, like, you know, bringing offerings to the gods that they'll listen, burning things for them, like, to them, and in praise to them, and like, that's when they'll talk to you, like, even think about talking to you, and just like, that shouldn't be how you're treated. That's not how it is. People that care about you should always, you know, be there for you. And then we get the bit about Annabeth's, her situation with her family. The bit with, you know, how they say about Athena, like, Athena's children are born from their mother's thoughts, effectively, like how she was born from Zeus's. That was a little of a weird thing. No, I think it was something else. But yeah, like, you know, she came from his head. Hephaestus, like, cut open his head. It's different for gods, and I guess it's different for all the gods. And if, you know, she was a god that was being born, which is interesting. Because, like, now I'm thinking about it, and I think it's because, I think in the book, it was kind of like supposed to be she was born from the father's head. like from his thoughts. But it's interesting that it is in this instance, it's like it's one of the thoughts of, you know, the godly parent. I'm assuming it's like, you know, and it's a gift to those that she finds, that she deems, you know, worthy, basically. And I'm assuming I'm assuming it's like they see this person first, or Athena sees this person first, and then like has an admiration for their intelligence and then their craft or whatever, and that's when she's like, you know, this person deserves an offspring of mine that bears my, you know, my wit as well, and my intelligence, and my apt for strategy and architecture or whatever, you know, whatever element that she gives to them. Because I mean, not all of Athena's children, not all of any of the gods' children all have the same abilities. Another bit of spoiler, Thalia. I mean, well, this also she hasn't tried it, but Thalia, you know, she can't fly, but her brother Jason can fly. Granted, they are born from different versions of Zeus, of their father, but regardless, like children of Hephaestus, not all of them, children of Aphrodite, like not all of them have the same. Again, spoiler, like charm speak. Not all of them have charm speak, and those that do, it's a very rare thing, and you know that can vary in power. Hephaestus, you know, it's a rare ability for somebody to be able to actually create fire. It's just, you know, not all of them have the same. So one can be, their specialty could be architecture. One's is more like specifically battle tactics, so on and so forth. But anyway, sorry, rambling. It's interesting that's kind of like how that's going for. I guess like the thoughts of like of thinking of this new life for this specific person, like it's based off of them. That's why they're not fully gods. The only reason I'm saying that is because Athena was born from Zeus's thoughts, who was a god, and then she came out a full god. But all of her children, when she's giving them to mortals, they're demigods. That's why, because I think that's why in the book, I think, you know, they were born from the mortal parents' thoughts or mind or something. However, that really, I don't remember how that was like depicted. They didn't really necessarily go into it because Annabeth was like embarrassed about it. But long ramble on that. I'm so sorry, but it was just very interesting. I like they kind of went into it, but also, oh yeah, because of the having her go into her whole thing of just like, you know, gods. It's not just gods. You know, everybody's like that, which isn't the case. But I know she means like as a general. You know, it's not just the god that do that. It's anybody. And the heartbreaking thing is, like, at least with the gods, we have, you know, there's rules for it. But and she was saying like, you know, you earn their respect or something like that, whatever she had said. You know, and then they'll listen. It's like, not really, not always. Like either they are like they care as much as. Like they're a lot of times their care. I say it's not. I mean, I know they're not real, but in the stories, their desire to care is so like fickle or just like at the drop of a hat. Like it might not even something. It's more likely not even something that you do. It's just like they just don't feel like it. It's like, I don't feel like listening to this person right now. I'm gonna let them die. I mean, it's just like, or what have they done for me lately? Let them die. It's just, it's and it's a lot more, you know, intense with the gods, because like for them, mortal life is fleeting. So just like, so if you die, what of it? I mean, it's like your lifespan is like the blink of an eye for me, kind of a thing. It's just when with her mortal. I mean, we know there's I'm pretty sure. Like a bit of a miscommunication, or at the very least, like they might have had a bad day or something. Like her stepmother, because I'm pretty sure, you know, in the end they hit it off. They're hitting it off relatively well. I know her dad loves her and like didn't want her to leave, but I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Again, it has been a minute. It's been a good while actually since I've listened to the books. I mean, unless they change it. I don't know why they would change this element, because it would be kind of sad. But, you know, they'll, you know, work things out eventually. It'll take work on both sides. That one small thing I thought was funny was seeing Grumpy Grover. It was like, oh, he's grumpy when he's there. It just, he was just like really not having it, which I mean is fair. They woke him up, like they were talking, just like he was in the middle. He hasn't slept he hadn't got all of his beauty sleep, and they're here yapping about waking him up. But about important stuff. They're talking about Thalia, and they were talking about it. That's not what woke him up, but she was mentioned. But that was kind of funny. I liked also that Grover's the one that like picked it out. That Echidna was Echidna, or at the very least picked out that she was a monster. This time, I like that they're not necessarily like. Well, probably obviously Percy's still new at this, so he's not necessarily gonna pick up on it right away. I am a little surprised, but also what Annabeth was sitting next to Grover, right? I think she was more so just trying to keep, like, she was keeping on everything else, but Grover was like, he noticed the glass that was on her, which, something broke in from the outside, not something breaking the window from the inside. It was like, you're a monster, you can't trick us. I don't know if he should have called it out right then and there, maybe have a little subterfuge, and I don't know if that's the right word, but not let her know we know, so that she doesn't start the hunt early and doesn't get Percy stabbed by a poison dart, whatever. Also, I'm pretty sure they kind of did this before. Like I recall seeing like that in the book, in the book them being like mentioning that they saw saw some centaurs running about, and Annabeth or somebody mentioned that there used to be more, and then we bring up the whole thing with Pan, that he's disappeared, and since then, humans have been ruining nature, and then that there are like the bravest satyrs go on to talk, they want to be searchers, and that's kind of they haven't necessarily mentioned it per se, but that's kind of what Grover wants to be. That's when they didn't mention his uncle, or maybe they did, maybe I missed it, but they did mention that his uncle Ferdinand had done that. And that's they're satyrs going out to try to find Pan. I forgot how long he'd been missing, that he'd gone missing. But yeah, so that's kind of cool how they brought that up, and I think that's kind of how. And again, it's been a while since I've read the book, so I don't remember when that was brought up. It might have been the same thing with like seeing a bunch of centaurs and saying that there's not as many going about because nature's dwindling. But I like that we're going to see more of that part of Grover's like growth and his journey, what he wants to do, something he strives for. Because again, we didn't really get a whole much of that. It was in the movie. I don't know, I'm comparing a lot again, but it's just like there wasn't a whole lot of independence for Grover, like of what his desires were, something he was wanting to do, other than just being like the cool guy and just being trying to be the smooth dude. Not trying to be, because they were making him out to be the smooth guy, which is just not Grover. Sorry, but giving him a strong personality and a strong drive. So I like that they're able to showcase that in this, and the kids all the kids are doing a great job. Like Walker, I forgot his name for a second. The way he played being poisoned, I think he did a great job. And the makeup, like it was like they, as they were slowly amping up how bad he was looking. Yikes, poor kid, Jesus. And he was like not in top condition. And again, still with very little training, and like still tried to fight off the Chimera to give them time. I really like that. It made me sad, seeing him kind of basically give up on living. It was just like, when he tricked Annabeth, saying, "I was never gonna make it, but you can." It's like, dude, God, this is sad. It's interesting because, like, I know he wants to save his mom, but maybe he was hoping that she would at least be able to get to the underworld, and maybe she, would be able to save his mom for him. But that's really sad. Like, this 12-year-old's like, I'm gonna die, and that's all there is to it. And it's sad thinking about. Like, I remember when I first watched the trailer, I when I was rewatching it, because I was so excited about seeing like the sneak peek of it, like the, I don't know, 30-second sneak peek trailer where it was showing the panning shot when they were getting ready for capture the flag, and you see this little kid that looked like they were 5, maybe younger, and it's just like reading the book or you're listening to it, like you're told that kids ranging from like 5 or 7 and up, and maybe 17, maybe hitting 17 or 18. It's like reading that's different for me. It was like it hit differently when I saw the trailer, and I was like, wow, these little kids are training so that they can survive in the normal world, because monsters will kill them. And it's just really sucky just to think about. Like, they have to train so that they'll survive. But yeah, it was cool though. Like, I thought he was, because there was that whole thing with Chiron, when they mentioned Chiron, when, you know, he said, unless you surrender it, it will return to your pocket. And it's just like, I thought that it felt like that was coming up in this scene where he's like, hold on, and he was about to hand her the sword, but when she grabbed it, he did the whole, you know, ganked her off balance because she wasn't expecting that. Yeah, he's, you know, threw her down to Grover, and he locks the door, and it's just like, it's just sad to think about. But he's a brave kid. But man, that was sad. That's just really just upsetting. I really like the way the change for like how this started with the Chimera, because like in the book, I think it was, we just find out while he's in the elevator alone, but so it was kind of quick. Not alone. I think there was other people on the elevator, and I think he ended up killing the Chimera before falling. I don't remember exactly. I think he did. This one makes a lot more sense. I mean, I think he was poisoned, so like he wasn't, like in the book, like he wasn't able to, like, it was more so of a Hail Mary. Like, I think somehow the floor broke because of that, and then the thing fell. I don't remember. I have to look back at it, but I know at the very least, like, it's not that it wasn't unrealistic, but this I also felt like made more sense. Like it wasn't the same. I think they were. Sorry, I'm just it doesn't really matter to say that right now, but it's just like, I just liked how it led up to it, like how it built up the anxiety, the stress of it all, the tension. That's something I was looking for. Like, we find them in the train, and like, you know, her kind of like coming in cheery, and there was that sense of just like unease and untrusting, and you know, then when it's just outwardly said like, hey, you're a monster, basically, it's just like, okay, well, now she's outwardly gonna be threatening, and it's, you know, it just like, you know, they're kind of like they kept panning to the you know, pet bag, whatever we're called out right now, but it constantly, like, the creature getting more and more aggressive, and it sounds like it's growing, and then it, you know, it's like, you guys should run now, and then it just, you know, jumps the gun and stabs Percy, and she kind of reprimanded it. It's like, you know, what is it she said exactly? She was like, get ahead of yourself, we'll work on that. I thought it was kind of funny, but also just like, okay, that's scary. But I just like that, you know, they encountered it, and it was like there's tension building. They got out of there. I hope those 2 guys are all right. Those 2 people. I don't think it attacked them. I don't think monsters can attack mortals in here. No, I think they can. They can. It's just probably perceived as something else. It's that celestial bronze can't hurt mortals. But anyway, but yeah, the following them, trying to like find a safe haven from the Chimera, which they didn't know was a Chimera yet, and then going to a temple to Athena, because they were Annabeth was thinking, you know, as she should, you know, because it's, you know, it's not blaming her, because how is she gonna know that her mom's just gonna abandon her because of a joke? Anyway, I mean, it's a dangerous joke, but your gods, I feel like that would be not too much of an issue for you necessarily. I don't know if that would affect, because I would assume, I could be wrong. I feel like if she, like, I don't think it would have, you know, Athena would curse Medusa with a ability that could like one-shot them. Because I feel like that would be strategically stupid. And that's not really Athena's thing, so I don't think that is a huge oversight. I feel like they would be powerful enough to resist the petrification. I could be wrong, though. But it's like... Anyway. So, still very frustrating that Athena just like, you're gonna die now. Or I'm not going to help you. Just... whatever. But I did, before everything kind of went... before everything went to crap... there was that kind of scene of them bonding a bit more, or like, things aren't like after the last episode. I knew they weren't going to be like, all right, everything's turned around. There's, it's a little less antagonistic. She's not being, too much with him. She's still poking at him. Just like when he was like, "Can I ask a stupid question?" And that kept going on. But I like the scene where it's like, you're right. You're right for us to come here. Your mom will protect us. It's good that this was here, or that we were nearby enough. That we were nearby. I don't know what's going on. And then she tried to reach out. I was like, maybe you should reach out to your dad. Even though my mom's temple, you could probably still reach out. And like I like she was trying to like give him a bit of a nudge. It's like, I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Maybe give it a shot. Percy going on is like, you've done more for me than he ever has, and was basically gonna call her a friend, but then the poison started to hit him. But she thought he was kind of like pausing. He was like, because he almost said friend, but no, it was because he was slowly dying. But I like the parts before he started to feel the poison. Going back part of that, I also like him going. I was like, I never said that that you're just saying that you trust your mom or that you love your mom or whatever, just to make to kind of trick yourself. He was fool yourself, whatever. But he was. I like how he said, like, I've been a demigod, or he's known that he's a demigod. He's been a demigod his whole life, technically speaking. But anyway, he's been a demigod for like maybe a week or something. He said last Saturday. Don't listen to me. I kind of like that he was like giving an olive branch. Like, you know what it's like more than I do, but I just don't feel that connection that you feel towards your mom. Then we get the thing, obviously at the end where the narrate shows up. Is like, your dad's always there. He, it hurts to stand back, but it hurts them all. They gotta. But believe in him, trust in him, trust yourself. He's always here. And I like again they were kind of bringing back with his mom. I don't know if it could have just been like, hey, by the way, you can breathe in water, so just breathe. But that's probably like what was like giving him the push to actually listen and calm down and trust this, because it's something his mom would say or had said to him. It was just had like a kind of emotional trigger. So yeah, again, real upset that it ended as he was figuring that out. But I think if it all goes well, we're gonna get the 3 pearls. So not this weird scavenging hunt where we gotta go all across the place to get these pearls. Sorry, the movie talk. Great episode though, even though it made me mad at the end. It made me mad. There's moments where I was like, man, this is uncool. The gods suck. Well, guys, that's it for this week's episode of Percy Jackson. Hope you enjoyed it. I cannot wait till next week's episode. I am already impatient. This sucks. It's just barely Tuesday. I mean, I know that makes sense considering that's when it comes out. See you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe.